Oh wow, good afternoon. It's Rob, and today I just want to record this video to go through some of the results that our trading group has achieved today. And I'll talk you through some of the bits and pieces. So let's start off. This is our Discord channel. We've got several bits going on here. We've got our live trading sessions. We've got a couple of the strategies there. We've got some intermediate / advanced strategies going in there. We've got the trade surgery here on the left-hand side, which is great for those people who've got into trades and it's gone against them for whatever reason, and so they can post stuff in there to say what happened here, and when those of us that can help will go and answer their questions. Here's another ask a question section. Raining pips, which is this section here where we encourage everyone to post their results, both positive, negative, and indifferent. So that's that. And then we've got the Ninja Trade Hub, which is just for other bits and pieces. We've also got this fantastic section here. One of our team has generated, he's done it for a while actually. He originally started off on Telegram, just when new harmonic scans come up. So the different patterns that are offering potential reversals. And of course, we can just look there now and just see them all listed. One new message. Obviously, another member joining by the look of it. People are joining us all the time. Wowzers. So here we go. So here's today's results. As you can see at the top here, 22nd of May 2020. Damon started off here with 53 pips on the Australian dollar, Japanese yen on the 25 to life. Now that was called last night on the 7 o'clock session. For some of us, it didn't trigger because it was set up as a sell limit. And for others, it did trigger. So it depends which broker you're using, and maybe some other factors there. Maybe you didn't quite draw the line correctly. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, fantastic. Damon kicked off the day with 53 pips. Superb start. Andrew's picked up 33 pips on CAD, Swiss franc, and USA CAD. And that's my daily and weekly target reached by 8 a.m. along with my first mug of tea. It's always nice, isn't it? Let me just, what did he put something else here? Yeah, love this job. It's not a job, but it's actually really enjoyable. It's not just enjoyable trading. The community themselves are fantastic. When you see the people on the live trading sessions, everyone's out to help each other. There's no competition or anything like that. It's just a case of, let's all trade together as a team. And when I say team, it's not a team. It's just we're all jumping on these live Zoom sessions just to place trades, which is always great if it does happen. It doesn't always happen. I think I'm yet to get a. No, I think I did one last Friday because I only do the sessions on a Friday morning. But there's obviously always the pressure as well of placing trades just for the sake of placing a trade. And I don't want, because if it was just me on my own, I may well place a trade and go for it, but I might be a little bit more risky and a bit more aggressive than other people out there who may be a little bit more cautious. So, when I'm actually doing the live sessions, we talk through the trades, and some of those are available further down my post for you to look at. So Craig went on with a 42 pip gain on the pound Japanese yen, which was called yesterday. He set a sell stop as during the trading discussion, we weren't quite sure which way it was actually going to go. So fantastic that setting a sell stop, 42 pips in the bag, good job. Damon, another 70 pips on Australian dollar, Japanese yen. So that's 53 pips and another 70. So 123 pips that he's bagged from the Australian dollar, Japanese yen from two trades. So that's fantastic. Just bear in mind as well, you're going to be on your own separate trading journey. You don't have to compare yourself to what other people are achieving. Les, which is the next one down on our list here, he trades full time. He's been all around the strategies. He's got a great trading knowledge of the charts, imbalance, order blocks, loads of different technical stuff when it comes to the charts, but actually he has found that going back to this, one of the main two core strategies that we go through, just grabbing 10 pips a day. Well, I know that Les typically does more than 10 pips, but you can actually grow your account quite nicely, and he trades full time just getting these 10 pip moves. And it's actually easier to get 10 pip moves than it is to get 50, 70, whatever, 10 pips within that. Easy to get. So Les, one of the live traders, he was the one who called the Australian dollar Japanese yen on last night's session. David Braithwaite, 5 pips on the Euro USD. David, another one of the live traders, took pound New Zealand dollar, the Underground Railroad BYOB for 10 pips, and Euro Australian dollar for 10 pips. So that would have been this morning early, I'm guessing. David Ferry, 14 trades this week, 9 wins, 4 losses, and 1 break even. So there's a total of 12 pips net, and he says still a lot to work. Well, I guess a lot of work to do there. But David is great because he does attend the vast majority of all the live trading sessions. You're going to place trades. Some are going to not necessarily go your way. But the thing is, I think there was one yesterday from Anne. She's another one of the live traders. She placed, I think she had 4 trades that won, 4 trades that lost, but a net 72 pips at the end of the day. So it really, just because you have 4 wins and 4 losses doesn't necessarily mean that you've broken even, because the number of pips that you've won in your wins have succeeded. Outweighed. Let's go with outweighed. I was going to say succeeded for some reason, but it's not succeeded. That's not the right word. But anyway, she got more pips from the 4 wins than she did from the 4 losses. So a net 72 pips over the day, which is fantastic. Brian, again, another Australian dollar Japanese yen, got 33.7 pips on 25 to life from the session yesterday afternoon. Took almost 7 hours to trigger. Set a 10 pip trading stop loss as it was well into profit before heading to bed. Woke up to this. I don't think I even had 1 pip of drawdown on this either, so that's cool. A bit of discussion about that trade because I set that trade as well. It didn't trigger for me. Johnny is putting here, what was your entry price? As there's never triggered. And then that's a bit of discussion there. We'll skip over that. Here's me. So I did the 8 o'clock session this morning UK time, and I took 5 pips on the New Zealand dollar US dollar before the session started, and I actually closed that early. I probably could have got 10 pips on that one, and I closed that early because I was setting up for the live session, and because obviously I'm focusing on the information that and the trading discussion. I wasn't able to focus on, well, I didn't feel I was going to be able to focus on the trade as well as that, so I closed it out at 5 pips profit and just carried on with the live trading session. So I then went on later on today to capture 10 pips on pound Australian dollar, and that was on a buy. It reached a level of support and resistance, did the curve, started coming down, and I got another 10 pips on the sell, and that was me done for the day. But I've actually recorded a video today with a lovely couple who were just looking for some help and guidance on that particular strategy, and we got into that trade, into that pair again, and in fact I'll talk you through that in a moment. Phil, 25 pips, pound Australian dollar, 25 to life on the 15-minute time frame. Deborah Moyle, 25 pips on pound Australian dollar, 25 to life again. So they were obviously in the same trade there. David, again, one of the live traders. 3 p.m. UK on the way to my target. So he's 15 pips. It's rounding up to 15 pips, but looks like he's not far off his target of that red dotted line there, but I can't see what the price is, so it doesn't really matter. 10 pips for Eric on the pound Japanese yen. Phil back again with another 10 pips on the pound Australian dollar with an indicator 15-minute time frame, And David Routledge, 52 pips on New Zealand dollar, US dollar, which is brilliant. In fact, I think I saw, I may be wrong, I think I saw he had a video running earlier of the pips in action. And Les, bless him, he can't leave it alone. He said earlier that he wasn't going to be doing any more trading. I think he did the Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Where's it gone? There we are, there. But sometimes if it's there to be taken, just go for it. So 6 pips on EuroCAD. So let me just jump over quickly to TradingView and talk you through the pound Australian dollar that I was in here, and also the session that I had afterwards. So let's get rid of that. I'm just on a free version of TradingView, so I keep getting these pop up, so I don't need to have the extended version. I have considered upgrading, but so far for my needs, I've not needed to. So I've squared this off here. Let me just zoom out a bit. So I drew this trend line here. Excuse me a second. Just going to have a quick sip of coffee. Lubricate the old vocal cords, you know. So drew this trend line up here. And this, you know, you may look at this and go, oh my word, what's going on? There's so many lines and squiggles and stuff happening, but it's all good. You will learn how to read this quite easily. So this white line here is a trend line that I've drawn from the bottom down here. It's moved away from the trend line, come back down. We've had a few more touches here. We've had a break in the trend line here, but it's then sort of broken through and then gone to test that, and you can see several candles there. This is on the 5-minute time frame, so each of these candles are 5 minutes long. Each of these gone back up to test that. So it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 25 minutes worth of candles, and then the next one has actually broken through that trend line and pushed back up again. So we've had a peak up here. So we were looking at the stochastic is in the extreme up here. We've had the flip of the SAR, we've had the flat top candle, prices started moving down, and this is what I was talking through with this with a couple earlier. So we've had this movement here. We've had a bit of I think Rosie referred to it as bumbling here, so it's you know, up and downing a bit, not really much in the way of movement, and then it started coming down again. Now this block here is where I placed my my buy and then my sell. So I think I was looking at, because we had the stochastic in the extreme down here, I'd missed the original start of the move here. Had price come up, I was watching it for a bit. It sort of came down, so it got up to the trend line that I've drawn from up here, come down a bit, pushed up, tested it, come down, pushed up again, broken through, and it's when it broke through, plus I had the confirmation here of the blue over red, so the buyers are in control, and I could see it was moving up towards this red line here. So I thought, right, I'm getting out near the top there. So I took my 10 pips in that move there. Now the next thing was, I thought, well, okay, it's up in the extreme, let's wait and see what happens. So it started coming down, and it wasn't until this candle here that we got the confirmation. We'd had the SAR flip, and that was these first 2 red candles here have got wicks at the top, so you can't push down on those because you'll get a spike through. So we're just literally waiting for the next flat topped candle, which is where it came in here, and I took 10 pips there for a sell. I then went off and put some stuff in my face because I was hungry. It was around lunchtime, and I missed this beautiful trade up here. Excuse me. Look at that move. I think that was something like 60. No, I don't want to do cancel, resume. Sorry, I was trying to get to that, but the recording thing is getting in the way. Anyway, I'm fairly sure that was 60, 70 pips, this whole move here. If you got in right down here with the alert, we'd have the stochastic in the extreme, ride that all the way up, and that would have been lovely. That's if you got the guts to see that all the way through, because obviously, as I said, we're just looking for the 10 pip moves, and that's it really. Excuse me, itchy leg. But because we'd gone all the way up here, And when I was talking to the couple earlier, we said, look, this has been snaking along at the top here. It started to move down. We had the red above the blue, which means the sellers are in control, and we were looking for a move to start coming down. We got this alert. So the SARs were underneath the candles. The SARs then flipped to above the candles. We had the stochastic in the extreme. We had the indicator alert for the sell, and we got in that. Now, excuse me, the challenge for the couple that I was speaking to was they were using a broker that had quite wild spreads, and they had a 3 pip spread on their trading account. So straight away, as soon as they got into the trade, they were 3 pips to the negative. So you needed to wait for some movement until they actually hit some profitable pips. They ended up closing the trade because I think it sort of spiked down here towards this support and resistance line here. It spiked down here. They didn't manage to close at that level, but they closed around here, which gave them 4 pips. Okay, not a huge amount. Some people go, oh my god, 4 pips. If they would have been with a better, a different broker with tighter spreads, they would have closed that out with 6 pips. But it's just because what I was talking through was, this is what we're looking for. Stochastics in the extreme. We're looking for the price to come up here and wait for the SAR to flip to get the flat top candle, and then we're getting in for the trade. We didn't get into the trade straight away on that candle because we were just waiting to make sure that remained in place, because sometimes you'll get the alert and then you get a different price movement against you, and that will disappear. So that was basically that situation. We just waited a little while to make sure that stayed in place. So they got out of the trade down here, and then it spiked up again, spiked right up to this support line up here, support and resistance line. But whilst we were discussing that, I think the stochastics was around here, so it hadn't reached all the way down. But we then looked at the 15-minute, and I was saying I think we've got room for that to move further, because at the time the 15-minute stochastics were still right up at the top here, and it had room for all of that movement, so price coming down there. So going back to the 5-minute, whilst they got out of the trade with their 4 pips, they were happy that they had achieved profit. And it's great whilst going through a live session like that for them to achieve that. And yes, we could have said, let's hold on, let's see what happens. We then got another candle here because excuse me, the SARs had flipped below. Price then started coming down. The SARs flipped back above the candles, and this is where we got our first flat top candle there. So that's where we got the indicator giving us a signal for the sell. And of course, I can't get to the rule at all at the moment, because otherwise, yeah, the recording software is going to just get in the way. But I think that was about a 30 pip move down. So yes, it's come down, it's bounced a bit and then carried on down. Excuse me. But it's talking through things like this that helps other people get a better understanding of what's happening with the trade, and where price could go. So yes, we got out of the trade at this support and resistance line here, and luckily we did, because that spiked right up and would have been up past where they'd entered the trade. Yes, movement does happen like that, but we were actually happy to take the profit there. But if we'd had enough time and enough inclination, enough confidence, I suppose, that we could have sat in that and let it ride all the way down. But as I said, we're only looking for 10 pips, 10 pip movements. And okay, that was 4 pips. They'll get six pips if they were using a different broker. And that is all we're doing. That's all we're doing all day, every day. just getting in, grabbing 10 pips and moving out. And I've seen other people online mocking the fact that there are traders out there just grabbing 10 pips. If Les can do this full time with just 10 pip trades, it's easy, it's straightforward. We're not looking for loads and loads of things. We're just looking for 3 criteria on this. Just looking at the stochastic where that is, looking for the SARs, the little orange dots on the screen there, and looking for the flat top or the flat bottom candle. That's all we're looking for. And it works. That's what's amazing. You just stick to the rules and it works. So I'm not getting passionate and all excited about it all, but it really does work. And that's what this is showing you with these guys here, posting their results. Wow. Sorry, I've just seen another comment that's come in since we last. What a great week for me personally. Study one pair only, Euro Australian dollar. Use BYB and Indicator Plus on the lower 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute time frames. 32 trades in total with 32 wins. Caught 218 pips. That's on the 1 minute, the 3 minute, and the 5 minute time frames. That's fantastic. Had a fantastic conversation with Shannon on here, but I think anyway, it doesn't matter the name. Had a great conversation with them earlier in the week, because a couple of weeks back I had just concentrated on that very pair, Euro Australian dollar, just trading the moves, not necessarily going down to the 1 minute and 3 minute time frames, but easy to do. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there because I feel like I'm waffling. I've probably talked for far too long. If you fancy a bit of the action, just send me a message. You can see I'm not the only one in here posting, and not everyone who's in the group actually posts their results in here. Some of them are just trading and keeping it to themselves. They don't want to share their results for whatever reason. They don't have to. As long as you're trading and you're getting the results that you need, that's all good. So have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, stay positive, stay indoors unless you're going out for your exercise, and enjoy. We've got the long bank holiday weekend here in the UK. I think it's Labour Memorial or something like that in the US. I can't remember. Memorial Day. Sorry, I've lost track. But long weekend for many people. Won't be trading on Monday, but ping me a message if you want to get a piece of this action. Oh, that's the other thing. Tomorrow morning, it's Saturday. Of course, it's Saturday. I had to just double check because my daughter said yesterday that it was Tuesday. She's losing track of days completely. But tomorrow is Saturday morning, and we've got our first crypto session, our live trading crypto session. So this is actually trading crypto, not buying Bitcoin and holding it and hoping that the value is going to go up. This is actually trading the moves. So that's exciting because, just say it's exciting. If you want to get in on those sessions, you need to send me a message tonight, because I can't get you in if you leave it till tomorrow, because you're going to miss the session. So that's going to happen tomorrow morning. I think it's 9 o'clock UK time. Send me a message. Do it now or don't. It's your choice, because you'll be losing out. And that's absolutely there's no cost just to come and have a look at the trial session. It's free for 7 days. It's literally just a Facebook group, and you're just coming to see what's going on. Watch our live trading sessions. So just do it. If anything, just have a look. Send me a message. We'll get you hooked up and stuff like that. Okay, enjoy. See you later. I've talked for too long. Love you all. Bye-bye for now.